Welcome back in on a dry, gorgeous feeling afternoon today. We're going to be looking forward to what is going to be some steadier soaking rain that's going to impact Thursday morning and then wind gusts into Thursday afternoon that may reach 50 to 55 miles per hour. But get this, highs right around 60 or warmer could put us very close to, if not into, record territory as we get into Thursday. Just the gorgeous look at skies at this point this evening, and those skies parted just in time to enjoy a few hours of afternoon sunshine. And look at that as that sun gets ready to set just before 6 o'clock. In fact, this week we get our first 6 p.m. sunset time. That will be occurring Friday and into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, as that daylight continues to expand and those days, at least the daylight hour, grows a little bit longer. 40s across southern Michigan. Here's that cooler air just beginning to edge in. You notice the difference. We were 53 last hour. We've now dropped to 46 in Toledo, and perhaps you're feeling a little bit of a chill that's just settled in. 54 in Bowling Green, still 55 in Findlay, but eventually that cooler air does sweep across the entire area into tomorrow morning. We do have some high wind alerts. It's a high wind watch in effect for majority of our viewing area, including our I-75 corridor, areas west of Toledo, where we may get wind gusts on Thursday from about 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. of about 50 to 55 miles per hour. So I will preview that, as the winds are expected to be fairly calm through the day Wednesday. Even into Thursday morning, I have no issue with the kids getting to school. It'll be wet and it'll be turning warmer, but the wind gusts will be below 30 miles per hour as we go through daybreak. It's late morning through early afternoon. The winds do spike up, and we'll see those wind gusts approach 40 to 50 miles per hour just before lunchtime. There's the clock stopped 11 a.m. Thursday, and it will stay windy as we go through the afternoon. Wind gusts for mid to late afternoon will be in that neighborhood of 50 to 55 miles per hour. And then once we go after dark Thursday, it's a fairly short window of those higher wind gusts. The high winds will begin to taper off. But you felt it today, and you had to double check that calendar, didn't you? 50s into the month of February. Let's send it over to meteorologist Matt Willoughby. And Matt, we did have a breeze today, but tell me this, we hit the upper 50s today and enjoyed some sunshine, didn't we?
Yeah, we surely did. And I'm not necessarily complaining with the upper 50s, but as you can tell, we're definitely above average for this time of year. Usual highs this time of year, just around 36 degrees, but we saw today's highs right around 57 degrees. That's 21 degrees above average for this time of year. We usually don't typically see that. Now, as we fast forward to Thursday, this is what we're looking at for highs on Thursday, where we got 62 for Toledo, Cleveland 62 as well, Fort Wayne 56 degrees. Usually we see highs like that in the month of April. So we are well above average for this time of year. And we're going to continue to see above average temperatures as we head throughout the middle of February and possibly even into the late part of February. So we'll see many days above freezing as we go throughout the next 10 days at least, with that high possibly going into around 62 degrees. Not only, Chris, do we have that warm weather, we also got that wet weather ahead of us, right?
We're counting those winter days down, Matt, because that's going to mean more rain and less snow. And our 10-day forecast certainly mirrors that, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yeah, not much snow, at least without the next 10 days in our extended forecast.
And a lot of people have been saying, hang on, we still got some February weeks to go. But still, we don't see anything that really looks to be changing in the next 1 to 2 weeks. So we'll keep tabs on that. Meteorologist Matt Willoughby, appreciate that update. And Matt's exactly right. Here's that next system that rolls into the area. And I'm going to time this out. Here's 4 o'clock tomorrow. We are still expected to be dry all day tomorrow, but that rain will come into the area near or just after midnight Wednesday and into Thursday. Some of that heavier shower activity will impact the early morning hours, but I do expect largely much of the day may end up being dry, even a few peaks of sun that may try to come out right around midday, and that's it, right when our highs are going to go popping into the lower 60s. Winds will pick up 50 to 55 miles per hour, but it's going to have a spring feel to the day Thursday. Very warm conditions through Thursday afternoon. So let's plan your Wednesday out. It's a quiet, dry day, mid-40s through the afternoon, and our 10-day forecast does have that rain, wind, and warm weather for Thursday. The high for Thursday, 62. We reached that mark. We're going to tie a record high for Thursday. We did turn a little cooler Friday, back into the 40s. 30s for Saturday. That is really it as far as cold weather on my 10-day forecast, because we're right back to a warm-up Sunday into Monday, climbing through the mid to upper 40s, back into the low 50s for Valentine's Day Tuesday. A few showers toward the middle of next week, and another warming trend takes us through the 50s, and perhaps by next Thursday, another day up into the 60s.